policy then. You penned a really excellent piece in the Munster Express that I saw online, where you said that the programme for government left our region and our city and county shortchanged.
Yes.
So, for somebody who they've turned on RTE once or twice and they've seen we have a new Taoiseach and oh, there he is standing up and oh, there's his Taoiseach beside him. We know who he is. Oh, they've released this. Oh, they've released that. And they hear for the first time now us talking about that this programme leaves all of us in the city, county or region shortchanged. What do you mean by that expression that that we're shortchanged by the programme for government?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we don't have a senior minister in the Southeast. Okay, so that's big because we don't have a voice at the cabinet table,
Yeah.
and that's always very important. And that's been an old one for years. And the other side is, if you look at the key issues that are really important to people. I mean, 24/7 cardiac care has been there for a very long time. We've been campaigning for years on it. That is not in the programme for government. We look at the North Quays development, big development, you know. I think there's a big announcement in the next day or two, you know, that around that and what happens next. And there's a lot of money and a lot of investment and a lot of funding that's required for that. But it's not mentioned in the programme for government. We look at the airport, which has been, I put up a post 35 years ago, on the 8th of July, the first flight, Ryanair flight, flew out of Waterford. Ryanair went on to be a very successful company, but what happened Waterford Airport? We don't have a functioning passenger airport. That's not mentioned in the programme for government, you know. So the plans for jobs. I mean, there. I think they mentioned 200,000. Creation of 200,000 jobs by 2025 or whatever, I think in that programme for government. But what does that mean for the Southeast region and what does it mean for Waterford? I can't see it there. And so we're shortchanged and we don't have the voice of cabinet. So all the time we're fighting to just to stay where we are. You know, that's not development. We're fighting just to access services that we should automatically have. We're fighting to just to stay where we are. You know, that's not development. We're fighting just to access services that we should automatically have. That we should have a fair degree of opportunity. We look at the university, for example, you know, on the conversation of the merger and the technological university, which I challenged in the campaign, by the way, because I don't believe in the technological university. I believe in the University of Waterford,
right?
Which I think is really important. So again, we have a drain that's moving out of the southeast and young people going to other universities, other than in the southeast region. Now, they're all real issues that affect people's lives, because without the creation of jobs, without the proper health services, without the development areas that I mentioned, when there is a drain from that region, now that's not a balanced recovery.
Absolutely.
And the indicators are not there. So when it talks in the programme for government about well-being indicators alongside economic indicators, I would question straight away, where is the well-being for Waterford, city and county, and the southeast region? If we haven't got a fair share of the pie in relation to opportunity.
You made a good point in saying that, you know, we were shortchanged again. This isn't the first time. So, but as somebody who has grown up in Tramore my whole life, you know, when I was younger, my grandfather used to teach me about politics by showing me the local papers, and I could name you the people that I've seen who've been a minister for this or a minister for that over the years, but I haven't really seen anything done. So why like we have a city, why are we ignored on a systemic basis for so many years? Why?
It's a really good question. the answer is the jury is still out on that one, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. The other side of it is about having really strong representation. And in the main, I think that's where to look. The question mark on that, and the representation and the power behind that representation, which is why I talk about cabinet minister, you know, the strength of a voice that carries issues. And not to be afraid to call them out. And I suppose I mentioned that in my campaign again and again, you know, I call issues out. We can't just wait just for decisions to come from ministers. You know, we have to be calling them out. We have to be holding accountable. We have to be looking for transparency in things. But I think we need a lot more confidence, Colin, in our county, in our city, and in our region. For ourselves to say, hold on a second, that's wrong. We're not getting our fair share of this pie. Sorry, don't be greedy over there. Let's have a look at this again and see how we can slice it up to make it fairer. And we need to be saying that again and again.